No slowing down, I'm chasing, getting what I want. Ain't no other way for me, this rap shit all I know. Ain't no other way for you, now your ass gotta go. Ain't no shell I gave you.
Yo, my name is Junior, aka Chopping Heads the Barber. Welcome to Fabulous Reality, where everything is real. What's up, everybody?
What's going on?
How you doing?
Good, man. How you feeling?
Good. So I'm with BK the Prince, aka my brother, aka client, aka business partner.
My boy.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk a little bit about yourself. Is that all right?
Yeah.
You good with that?
Let's do it.
Good luck. And then before, how do I? Want me to just the usual?
The usual.
Yeah, taking some off the top.
Yeah, please.
All right, man. So tell me a little bit about yourself. Where are you from?
Well, I'm from Palestine. I was born there. I came out here about 2004. Yeah, been out here since, huh? Yeah.
So most of the stuff I'm gonna ask you, I already know, but
right.
You know what I'm saying? But
right.
I'm gonna ask anyways.
Right.
So what do you do? What do you like to do to make money, like to live your life?
Well, I work online. I buy and sell. Okay. Usually clothes. That's mostly what I sell. But yeah, I get my hands on jewelry or other type of gear, like, you know what I mean? Anything I could sell.
So like fashion?
Yeah, mostly fashion. Yeah.
Men, women?
Yeah, everything, man. Even kids.
Nice. How often do you go back and visit, like, where you're from?
I mean, I don't know. It's honestly not really specific. I just go whenever I can. It's been 6 years
since you've been back.
Yeah.
You plan on going back?
Hopefully soon. Yeah.
I know. Of course, I know you like to be in the music industry and the music game.
Right.
Should we talk a little bit about that? Like, what got you into it?
I just noticed myself very attracted to it.
Okay.
And it would just guide me towards it. Things would just pull me towards the music, and I realized that was what I was really good at.
Okay. And that was like at a young age, right?
Yeah.
You've been doing it?
Yeah.
So, one of your songs you talk about, like, when you said that when you joined a band when you were just 11.
Right.
So
yeah, right. Yeah, I did. I was in a rock band. I grew up to rock music. You know, where I come from, we don't really have hip hop and stuff. It was more like trance, techno, and that type of stuff. But mostly we just grew up to rock. So I had a rock band. You know, me and my friends, we put a group together. So I was learning the guitar, and I was the singer of the group.
Nice.
So yeah, man.
At 11?
At 11.
Drummer and everything?
Yeah, we had a drummer. And I had a couple of guitarists, and I was the vocals, because I was really good at, I had that good English accent.
So if I go pull out a guitar right now, you're gonna bust me?
I mean, no, bro, I'm not really.
Can you remember?
I didn't take it that far, unfortunately, bro. Yeah, I ended up coming out here. It's crazy. I just came out here. I was taking guitar classes. Towards that final year, I was there, and then I came out here. So everything I was doing back there, I just left it. It's crazy. Time just flies.
This was back home you were talking about, right?
Right.
So with your music, obviously lots of music that have like messages that people are trying to send.
Right.
And even though they might not be good ones, there's still people that send out some weird shit.
Right.
So what was kind of like your message? In terms of like when somebody's playing BK the Prince, how do you want them to feel? How do you want them to, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, my music is for people to get them closer to who they are. Because my music is, I really just speak about everything that I've been through and everything I go through and just how I see everything.
Okay.
And I just try to spread awareness, because there's a lot of people don't seem to know what they're doing, and they need someone to tell them or show them the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So is it more for like the younger crowd? Is it more for like the older crowd?
Honestly,
Is
it's
it
for everyone.
both? It's for both.
It's for everyone. It's everyone. You know, it's very. It's just I speak about life a lot. It's more about just life and situations and overcoming, and I try to keep it very as authentic as I can, so that way it's easier for people to connect with it. You know, it's not. To me, it's more about the things that like really you can't see. That's what it's all about.
For sure.
So I try to connect with more people on the feeling side and more like mental side, and you know what I mean.
Yeah, I got you. So when was like your like first song you ever made? Like when?
My first song I ever made was probably 2008, 2007, 2008, around there.
Yeah.
And I actually made a couple songs out here, and then I actually had went back home to Palestine, and I got in the studio out there, and I wrote a whole album out there.
No way.
Yeah, so I made a whole album out there, and that's kind of when I started to get into it. That's when I really started to realize that music was my thing. Like, hey, okay, I know how to do this. I'm pretty good at it. You know what I mean? And I was just like, just whatever, just doing it, having fun with it, not really taking anything too serious, but just enjoying myself. You know what I mean? Like, hey, it's cool. I know how to do this now. And then, yeah, and then I came out here and I started doing music out here. And it's just, yeah, man, ever since like 18.
Okay.
If there's three things that you could dedicate your success to in the music industry, what were those three things?
One, my family, number one. I dedicate all my work is for my family and my people around me, the people I care for and love. You know, I realized I have a gift, so I need to put it to work. So I dedicate it to my family and all my friends and people, and I do it for humanity, to show people that anything can be done. You know, no matter how low you are and how down you are, you could overcome anything. And I do it for God. I do it for the earth, the universe, you know. That's what I do it for. I do it in the name of positive. Everything's positive, man. To spread just positive love. That's the most important thing for me. It's not about me. You know? Like, to me, this is much bigger than music. That's what drives me. To know that there's so much out there that you can reach and connect with. You know, it's just so much more than music. The music is just the start. You know? Yeah.
That's cool, man. I heard your song. I think it's called "Get Up Now." Is that what
Yeah.
it's called?
I'm up now.
I'm up now.
Yeah, I'm up now.
Can you tell me what inspired that song? Out of all the ones that I listened to, that was the one that I connected with the most.
Well, that song is. When I wrote that song, I was going through that transition of overcoming the stage of being so depressed and down by losing someone, and you know, it's the type of things that everybody goes through. But yeah, so that song is basically like, hey, I was down, but I'm up now. You know. And it was a good moment when I wrote that song, because it was truly how I felt.
I could tell.
You know, and that's what it is. Like it's and you see, like, the message is that I was down, but I'm up now. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, anybody, like, I'm no different. You know what I'm saying? I'm no different than anybody that's down. It's the truth.
That's cool, man. I heard the lyrics, so I figured that much, but I was really trying to get more of like, was there something, I mean, if you don't want to share, you don't
No,
have
of course,
to,
go ahead.
but was there something that
A bad
caused
relationship.
that catalyst,
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went through a really bad breakup, and that breakup made me realize a lot. You know, that at the end of the day, man, it's every man to himself. And that's the truth. People will tell you what they want to tell you, but at any given second. And at the end of the day, you're the only one who ain't leaving yourself. Everything and everyone leaves you. So, yeah, you know, that song is basically about just having yourself and being up and overcoming everything, and you don't need anyone.
Yeah, I really felt that. I connected to that song a lot. I think we all have. You know?
I appreciate that.
We all have those moments.
I mean, I feel like that song kind of like works not only with relationships, but like people that are dealing with like demons.
Yeah, literally.
Just
Anything.
like depression.
Just you being down. Like,
Yeah.
just like, listen to the message, you know? The message is you battling, fighting.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. That whole entire album is about overcoming and first loving yourself. Because if you first love yourself, you just simply wouldn't deal with a lot of the stuff that you would deal with.
And that's the name of the album.
That's the name of the album. That's what I learned, you know?
What's the name? To be specific?
F.L.Y stands for First Love Yourself. Yeah. So that's just what I try to spread, you know? Because for me, no one ever taught me that. That first loving yourself, you know? I think people hear first love yourself before you go love someone else, and people are like, what does that even mean, you know? Like, or how do you love yourself? But I think it's just by simply appreciating who you are and just try to be good to yourself and be patient with yourself and have some respect for yourself, you know? Don't let nobody disrespect you or do you wrong.
Yeah.
So that's really what the album is all about. And I just want people to wake up, because for me, I woke up a couple years ago. I had to go through a lot to realize all this. And it's like, if we could teach it to kids who are 15, 16 and older, there are people who I meet are 50, 60 and don't know this. A lot of stuff don't know, you know what I'm saying? We just get caught up in things. So we lose track of what's really important. Yeah.
So what's up next? Like, what are you working on right now?
Well, right now I'm constantly back in the studio, back and forth. I'm always recording music, always writing new music. But my next big steps is proper promotion, getting some shows, shooting some real videos up there. That as far as all from that side, connecting with more fans, more artists, putting myself more out there. But as far as I'm taking care of all my content, everything on the inside I'm taking care of, but I need to be more on the outside now. You know, like the last year I've been preparing myself, kind of putting my character together, writing a lot of music, being a lot in the studio, trying to understand how I need to move and maneuver. And now I'm more ready to just kind of step out and be more out in the public and just show my face around, you know?
Yeah, you have to set the foundation.
Yeah. So that's my next step. My next step is to be more out there and connect with people and really get my music heard.
Yeah.
You know, it's that time. And it's exciting.
Yeah, that.
It is, man. I've been
What do you
preparing
see?
for this, you know?
Yeah. What do you see are going to be those main stepping stones to get out there?
Well, I think the first main thing is being confident with yourself. Is especially in this business that I'm doing, because you're gonna have to face people all the time, and it's like you have this. It's like you are the product, right? It's it. It's all you. It's all with you. Nobody's gonna tell you what to do. Nobody can tell you what to do. Nobody can tell you how to move. So basically, your confidence is everything, bro. It's like basically like, so you definitely need your confidence. Confidence, because everybody's gonna have an opinion of you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got something to say, and what I realize is not everybody's gonna like you. So you got to make sure you like you. You know what I'm saying? Because when you go out there and somebody looks at you and is like, "Hey, I don't like your shit. I don't like your music," you can't be like, "Oh yeah, he's right. My music sucks." And you're just like, you're done. You know what I mean? So number one is confidence. Without it, you ain't gonna get nowhere. You simply have to believe in yourself. That's the most important thing, is believing in yourself. And that's literally it, bro. Your belief system has to be so good, and you gotta just simply block everything out and not bring anything with you. No self-doubt, no nothing. You gotta let all that go and just be yourself. And I realized one of the most important things is you have to become it before you become it.
Totally.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean.
And I think that's the biggest part to success, is not waiting to become it, but becoming it before you become it.
Like internally.
Yes, like you already know you are it.
Yeah.
That's it, like you are already it.
You don't need external.
No. Nobody, like you are already it. And you are just living life doing what you do. And as you continuously do what you do, life will keep giving you what is meant for you. Because you believe it. Not you're like it's just like there's no fighting it. You know, when you believe something so much and you just keep flowing, there's no fighting it. It's not about when will it happen. It's not about is it gonna happen. These things, it's not about that. These things mean nothing. You know, it's about me being me. And that's literally it. That's it. And the more you be yourself, the world will give you what you deserve. It's just what it is.
I like that mentality, bro.
Thanks, man. It's the truth, bro. That's what I came to realization, you know. And you can't lie, bro. You can't lie to the universe. You know, you could lie to your friends, you could lie to your family, you could lie to anybody in front of you and tell them like, yeah, I'm not doing that, or yeah, I'm changing, or I'm getting better. But the universe knows what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? It's like this. You know that saying, work in silence, work when no one can see, right? Yeah, nobody sees what you're doing. So when you're stepping out, everyone looking at you be like, oh, look at you. You ain't do nothing. We ain't seen you do nothing, right? But the universe knows you've been grinding. You know, like you've been grinding. Like nobody needs to know what you're doing. It's between you and God. That's how I look at it. Like that's that. Nobody. It's like I don't need confirmation from nobody. But it took time to get to that mindset.
Oh, for sure.
You know.
Well, you're up now, right?
I'm up now. That's true. That is so true, man. Gotta be thankful for your lessons and your pains, man. That's how you really move on and grow. Or else you just live in them.
Yeah, and learning from them.
Yeah, you have to.
You can make the same mistake over and over.
You could. Unless you learn from it.
Yeah. I haven't said nothing in like 20 minutes, man.
Come a camel, man.
When I'm working, I focus, you know what I'm saying?
Kulla blending.
If you can talk to yourself from 5 years ago,
Yeah.
what would you tell yourself?
I would tell myself to trust myself and to really listen to my own thoughts. Basically, listening to myself and not listening to others and what others are doing around me, and just focused on me and what the voice inside my head was telling me. When all the time I was just trying to fight it and thinking that something was wrong with me and I was doing something wrong, when all the time I was just being myself. So I would tell myself to be myself and stop trying to be like the world.
What someone else wants you to be.
Yeah. Just be yourself. I think that's one thing that most people struggle with, is just simply being yourself. It sounds so simple, but it's so difficult. Especially when we live in a world where everybody's judging you for being yourself. You know, so that's where confidence comes in again, like we were saying. You need it. So when everybody's talking about you because you're being yourself, it means nothing to you. There's always things are gonna happen that's gonna make you, or it's gonna question how much you truly love yourself. Something is gonna happen and it's gonna be like, hey, how much do you really love yourself? Are you gonna keep dealing with the situation? Are you gonna let this person say that to you? Are you gonna, you know what I mean? Because every little thing affects your character. And it's very important to what you let in and what you let out. because everything builds your character. Things either diminish your character or build your character. So you want to constantly be building and not destroying, because the more you get destroyed, the harder it's going to be to get back up. So once you get up, you want to just keep climbing. You know, and it's alright if you slow down, because it happens. We all get exhausted at times, but you got to keep going. You just got to keep going. Like, there's no other way.
If there was two artists that you can say that inspires you to do, that most inspire you, what two artists would they be?
Man.
Two. You can give me more, but
okay. Well, one artist I'd say inspires me a lot is Gashi. Because his story is just, he basically beat the odds. You know, all the odds were against him, and to see someone who, when you have all the odds against you, and despite all that, you still fight and you still do what you want to do, I think that's the greatest thing. You know, seeing somebody do that, especially where he came from, you know, it just gave me so much motivation to realize, like, truly, 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 anyone can do it. You just have to be willing to constantly do it and sacrifice everything you got for it. You have to become it before you become it. This is what it is. So Gashi is one of them. I relate to him a lot, you know, his music, the things he says. You know, I relate so much.
And then where's he from? He's from Palestine too?
No, he's where is he from, man? He's from he's Albanian.
Albanian.
Yeah.
That's right.
He's Albanian.
That's right.
So I like a lot of rappers, you know, but another rapper I like a lot, I'd say I like Gunna a lot. And Gunna, he's very wavy, you know? He's completely different than Gashi. They're completely different characters. Okay. And one thing like I like about him is he doesn't say nothing like weird. He doesn't say nothing soft. You know what I'm saying? A lot of rappers in the game, they be saying weird stuff. They be just saying some stupid stuff sometimes, bro, just to kind of rhyme something. Yeah. You know? And he just does not do that. It's like a consistent maintaining of like this like beast mode, you know what I mean? And that's how I am. So that's why I admire that, you know, it stands out for me. I appreciate people who carry that good role model of being a good male. You know, because it's easy to be weird and say, oh, I'm being strong, being myself, and you're being weird or whatever. Yeah. You know, but it's very important, I feel, maintaining that aggressive side. You know what I mean? Yeah. 'Cause that's what a man is. A man is aggressive.
Yeah, Gashi
and Gunna. Both in the G's.
Shout out Gashi.
You know what I'm saying? All the way from Scottsdale, Arizona, Fabulous Cuts. Come see Big Goon, J.R. Reyes. Shout out Boris.
All right. So when you first started doing music, what was more challenging than like you expected?
I'd say the most challenging thing is how difficult it is to stay consistent and to keep pushing when things are just not going as planned. They're not going as you thought they would, you know, because you walk into something thinking that this is how it's gonna be and this is how it's gonna go, but it just never goes that way, and then you're just gonna bump into many challenges and you just have to overcome them, you know. And I'd say that's the most difficult thing is those challenges that you come across the way and staying consistent and not letting them beat you. You know what I mean?
Okay. What do you think makes a good artist?
Is the ability to learn and constantly be willing to experience more. You know, the more you learn, the more you experience, you have something new to tell. And I feel like as an artist, you constantly got to keep searching for something new, a new experience, you know? That's what you know. That's what I am. I mean, the more I experience, the more I go through, the more I'm constantly learning. So I'm writing different music too.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
So I think that's is to never stop living, and continuously keep living, and try to always have a good time. It's very important to have a good time. Keep yourself as happy as you can, because the better you, the when you feel good, you work better. You know?
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, boy.
Um, so last thing with music I'm gonna ask is like, you want to tell the people like where they can find you at Instagram, all your.
Yeah, you can find me on all social media, anywhere. BK the Prince. That's just B, the letter B, K, the THE Prince.
All one word, right?
Yeah, all one word.
Yeah,
No space, nothing.
no
Anywhere.
space.
You can
No
find
cat,
it
no
anywhere.
space.
YouTube, Twitter, Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, everywhere. I'm on everywhere. Follow me on Instagram too, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Fabulous Cuts. Having me on here. It's always a good time as always.
So I can actually ask you about like you said you did buying and selling jewelry and stuff like that, right?
Right.
How long you been doing that for?
About going on maybe almost 4 years.
4 years.
I'd say 3 full years now.
Okay. What got you into that?
I had some cousins that kind of were doing that when it first came around. People started selling clothes that they had in their closets.
Okay.
And then once I found out about it, I just kind of started jumping in it, you know, looking around what I could sell, finding what I could sell. And next thing you know, I was just out looking in bigger places and looking for better things, you know what I mean? And it just became a full-time thing. And the thing I love about it is that it doesn't consume my time so much. It allows me to put my focus in other places.
The good thing is that if you see, a good clothing brand or something on
Mine
a girl,
now, that's
on a
it.
girl,
Boom.
not only that, but you see it on a girl, you walk up to her and you're like, "Hey, girl,
I know that.
I like that purse. It's this
I
brand."
know that.
She's gonna be like, "Ooh."
I know that. She gonna be like, ooh. I'm gonna be like, ooh. Pull up in the coupe, like, ooh. Looking all blue, baby blue.
I just got one thing to say. Who the fuck is that guy?
Who? That man? That a man?
Telling you he needs a word with you. You owe him some money or what?
Oh, that's Boris.
What would you tell somebody who's trying to get into the music industry or trying to be like, in the hip hop industry? What would your biggest advice be to them?
I say just be yourself and don't try to be like nobody else. Don't try to copy no style. Don't try to look at everybody and try to rap like them or be like them. I think your best success is going to come by you trying to be the best version of yourself and just try to develop your best style. Just be yourself. That's the best advice I can give you. Even when you write, don't try to write anything that's not yours. Like, just be yourself. Just write what you go through, what you feel. That's the best advice, because then even if nothing ever happened for you, at least you could say, yeah, at least I was myself. Mm-hmm. I did what I could. You don't want to copy nobody, because there's a lot of people out there doing that, and it's just you could see it, and you're just it's already there.
There's one thing that you can leave behind in this world when you go.
Yeah.
What would it be?
That's a good question. I would say I would do the best I can and leave a lot of positivity around that people, like an example, you know what I'm saying? Being a good person is everything. And help as many people as you can and save as many people as you can. That's literally it. I would just do the best I can to try to impact people by being good people, man. That's really what it's all about, just being as good as you can be, because we lack that, you know? So yeah, I just want when I'm gone, people to be like, okay, I want to be like him. He was a good dude.
For sure.
That's literally it.
It's a good one.
Yeah. Thanks, bro.
My boy, BK.
My boy. Thank you, man.
Appreciate you all, of course, anytime.
Thanks. Shout out Fabulous Cuts. Always a good time. See you guys next time.
Thank you guys for watching Fabulous Reality, and I hope you guys stay tuned for the next episode.
What you been about? All the time we spent apart, they got me healing now. Yeah, if I think about it, I just write it down. Fuck their thoughts, man, that shit'll never